Hi, my name's Sue. I'm with, I should not say, Hi, my name's Sue. I'm with Ctzn Cosmetics, and I'll be presenting you the Culture-Torial, where I'll be showing you my everyday makeup step to get this look, while introducing you my culture from South Korea. So I'll start with the concealer and just kind of dab at the messy points. Saves lives. So I'm from Korea, South Korea. Capital city is Seoul. South Korea is known for being very innovative. It's the home of Samsung, LG, the electronic powerhouses. Like my friend once joked that he was expecting to see like flying cars running around, but no, it's just like any other country in the Pacific East. And the people are very friendly there, yeah. Moving on to foundation. If you don't know about K-beauty in Korea, it's huge. It's not just huge, it's like a cult. The amount of makeup products Koreans consume and obsess over is insane. A lot of brands have gone overseas because of their cutting edge technology and products that they're selling in the market. I think my favorite is Innisfree. They have this special seaweed concoction that does anti-aging fillings, specializing for young people like us, which is what I love. And yeah, in general, it's in the culture to, take care of your outer appearance. We see makeup as a way to present yourself better, which is why even men wear makeup. South Korea takes maybe 25% of the market for men's makeup, and they put the makeup on not just as a way of showing beauty, but as a way of saying this is how we present ourselves. We want to be as presentable as possible in terms of our jobs, in terms of our daily lives. And we're very careful with it. We have a very extensive skincare routine. If you just look at what I have, I use Dr. Jart's Sika Fair collection using tiger grass oil. I got a serum, I have an eye mask, I have lotion, I have another serum for AM, PM, and 3 different types of moisturizers. It's not a joke. So my next step is brow formation and filling. I don't go too deep, I just make sure fill in the empty spaces. So on top of K-beauty, you have the Korean fashion. Now, our society tends to be more on the conservative side with a slight twist. So we don't tend to show shoulders, chest, or bare backs, but we do show a lot of legs. So the whole minimal leg look, what do you call it? A hot pants with a giant oversized sweater. That came from South Korea, that originated there. And another thing is we are a collectivist society, so we want to look similar, cohesive, but still be unique in our own sense. So that's why brands like Supreme and Fila, they're very popular among the younger generation. You'd see a dude walking down with Fila joggers, with Supreme bag, with, let's say, Adidas slippers, and that's considered the classic attire. And everyone will wear something in that similar sense of those brands, but they style it differently, and everyone looks impeccable. I go down the streets and I feel ashamed because I'm wearing whatever I want because I don't visit Korea that often, but when I do, everyone looks amazing, and I just want to hide in the corner. And finally, I know a lot of people are gonna get triggered, but I use my hands for my eyeshadow, so bear with me. Another thing about South Korea, well, as I mentioned, we have a lot of soft power when it comes to cultural influence. We have a term, it's called Hallyu, which is the social cultural flow of South Korea. And K-pop is huge in the presence. If you don't know what K-pop is, it's different than the traditional Korean music that's been around for the past centuries. It's very new. It was introduced in the late 80s, 90s, and it combines R&B, EDM, hip hop, whatever contemporary pop music you can think of, and they interpret it to their own sense. For example, we have amazing audiovisual, like music videos, that we started that whole trend where we have very flashy outfit wearing dancers slash singers executing really complex choreographies. That's the essence of K-pop. And another thing is we have a very occult-like fandom dedicated to these K-pop singers, otherwise known as idols. What's interesting is, and they've entered, you know, the international market. Like, for example, bands like BTS, they just won 2 awards from Billboard. So it's, and I think what's so attractive about K-pop is it's not just about music. It's these fans get to apply their music to their own life. The music creates an aesthetic vibe. They tend to be, it's a very merchandisable asset that the company often does. Like you can see idols featuring in advertisements, promoting brands, or creating their own line of merchandise that the consumers will likely purchase. Like it's a very profitable industry that the consumers and the suppliers thrive on, and the entire world is loving it, so I'm loving it. And that, okay, so I just do light, soft rose tints for my eyeshadow, and next is liquid eyeliner. If you ever do visit Korea, the food is a must-have. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what kimchi is. It's a type of fermented cabbage that we used to eat in the winter when vegetables weren't available. We like to ferment a lot of stuff. So similar to Japanese miso, we have doenjang out of soy paste. So a lot of our food is fermented, so it's rich in vitamin C, it has so much antioxidants. Like people are starting to consume Korean food, not just because they think it tastes good, but because it has a lot of health benefits. Like we also have like greasy, comfort street food, like tteokbokki, which is like a spicy rice cake dish. You also have like deep fried kimbap rolls, like seaweed and rice rolls. And like at the end of the day, it's very unique. You can't find these type of dishes anywhere else. Like within the, like China doesn't have them, Japan doesn't have them. It's very unique, and you can only get them specifically in Korea, which adds to that novelty. So my foundation makeup is done, so I'll be just adding the fun juicy parts. So this is Ctzn's Glow Bomb in shade Pearl, and if you guys have a look, it looks like it looks amazing. Yeah. So as I mentioned, if you ever do go to Korea, you'll notice that the mannerisms and the cultural nuances is very, very subtle. We have a thing called the honorific system. So if you are older, or if you're in a higher position than me in terms of work, in terms of education, I use a certain suffix when I address your title, or I use inflexes in your verbs and adjectives when I address you to show that you are essentially, you know, I respect you because you're older or because you have more experience. And that comes into play a lot in terms of the social landscapes. Like I have to address honorifics to my older sister, I have to address honorifics to, let's say, a student who's 1 year older than me, but we're in the same school. And definitely to my parents, my grandparents, any adult figure who is older than me. And that creates a very high power distance society. The structure becomes almost rigid in that sense, but that allows us to, let's say, have respect in general. So we're very cautious when it comes to new culture because we don't know how the honorific system would work or whether it works at all. Can anyone see the unicorn shimmer? Okay. So an example of an honorific address would be, to my friends, I would say hi as in 안녕. But to my mother or my teacher, I would say 안녕하세요 and do a full 90-degree bow. Like even your actions are very different. So there's very distinct difference with the way you treat people that are your peers, that are your superiors, and that are your inferiors. That's what that means. Okay, another one. Sorry. So last but not least, I'll be using Ctzn Cosmetics Nudiversal Lip Duo. So it's a nude lipstick on one side and a shimmery lip gloss on the other. They come in 25 different shades, and I'll be using shade 11. See how that goes. This is like my lips, but totally better. Okay. What's interesting is my family comes from Jeju Island, which is an island at the southern coast. And that's like the key tourist destination spot in South Korea. Seafood, beach, you name it. And also we have our own unique dialect that the mainland people cannot understand at all. So that makes us completely cliquey in every way. And another thing is a lot of foreign tourists have also started coming here for that clean air, that natural caves and volcanic residues that, you know, generally give the island a very exotic and like very novelty vibe. So we take great pride in it. And actually it's not just the people of Jeju Island like that, it's everyone in Korea generally. We take great pride in who we are as people of the Han Peninsula, and oftentimes we quote our success to the success of those around us because we're that much of a collectivist society. We are one. I think South Korea is one of the examples where people really have that unity in their hearts, which is why even though I was never raised in Korea, I still feel a strong cultural attraction to it, simply because of the uniqueness and the strength that the people have in their hearts. And I think I'm done.